isn't always the same thing that we see in our news. Good morning and welcome to the Moopsyverse for October the 10th, 2025. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Obi-Wan.
I didn't do it.
Howdy.
You sure? You sure you didn't do it?
Or maybe I did.
Okay, yeah. I mean, it's sleepwalking.
I freaking knew it.
Yeah. I woke up at just like 12:40. Okay, that's not great, but it's not bad. But the dogs were content. I turned on the heat because it dropped into the 40s last night, and the dogs are under the blankets with me, happily snoozing away.
Oh, I'm so jealous, actually.
And all of a sudden, I realized, 2 dogs and 2 blankets. We're kind of toasty warm here.
That is multiple heaters.
It is, yes. So I got up, came to play the game and try and make myself tired, and wound up watching music video called I wound up watching a music video called "Every Time We Touch."
Yes. Yes.
The metal version. Yes.
Oh dear.
It was good. It was really good.
Was it the dance version or the other one?
It is a dance version. Yes. Have you seen it?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, it goes pretty hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's this nice
I love that
balance between like, what is it when not metal bands, but rock bands do love songs? Ballad. It goes between like rock ballad, then it goes into heavy metal, then it goes into dance, then it goes back to heavy metal,
hard dance too.
And then it ends with
regular dance, hard dance.
God, the dancing is so funny.
It's a fist pump. It's a fist pump dance.
It's the whole thing is, of course, I started watching that, and I'm like, hold on, what else do these guys have? Because I know some of their music. And then I started watching Techno Train, which is
there
another.
It is.
Yeah. Yes, that is the one. It's definitely the one.
I know. Oh my god, it's so funny. Gets me every time.
Yeah. Especially when it changes the first time. Here you go. Just for you, Chris. You'll love it. Well, you might not love it, but I love it.
I
can't remember who suggested it.
First time you heard it, I'm excited to know who did it first. Who did it?
Well, the first people who did it, I think, did it as a love ballad.
Yeah, I think that's probably correct. Yeah, probably.
Let's see who
oh my gosh.
did it originally.
Mom, you need to see my new chair.
Okay. Every Time We Touch is a song by German dance music trio Cascada, taken from their 2006 debut album of the same name.
This is Cascade, I guess.
Okay, I have no idea how you say it. Cascada. However you say it, it's not the same. I'm going to put money on it.
Send it, Mom. Send it.
I put the link there.
Where? What?
It's in Discord chat. Yeah, the one I'm looking at here does not look the same. Cascada is a little different.
Yes.
But I love the cover on that. The picture on the cover. Oh, we have an ad running, so. Yeah, it's
Channel chat? No, wait, where am I looking?
It's in Discord. Are you not in Discord?
The Discord channel chat?
No, just sorry, Twitch, Discord, whatever.
They are separate. So,
Yeah.
okay. Twitch.
Picky. You know what? I'm not in Twitch in that one. I don't always put Twitch on.
Fair.
Oops.
Oh, wait.
There it goes.
Hold on.
Yeah, it's in Twitch chat.
Twitch chat. Okay.
Yeah, it's
time. Okay, I'm like 7, so.
Okay.
Wait a second. I'll find it. Yes. Okay. Here we go. And it's loaded. There's the YouTube link. I found it.
Mm-hmm.
Ads are happening.
Of course they are. Ads always.
Bleep, 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 bleep. No, like, so sorry. I'll get there. Oh, like good singing on the song? What?
No, those guys are good singers.
Yo. This is gonna give me not nightmares, but like, what's the positive version of nightmares?
It's going to
This
give
is
you
awesome.
it's going to give you an earworm is what it's going to give you.
Oh no! Now I'm gonna know. I'm gonna learn the whole dance now. Thank you
Yep.
for that, Mom.
And the worst thing is,
learn the dance, but
even with the harsh voice in the section when it comes in, it's so clear you can actually hear what he's saying, which I can't always do with some of his things.
my dude, I'm gonna learn this because he. How dare you? You'll actually, I think you might appreciate this, Mom. My I've never been big into emo music, but my ex-girlfriend was, and she hit me up recently about like, hey, I know you're not big in this genre, but like, I know you do like concerts, and I know you like karaoke. There's actually a touring event that is basically karaoke, but with a live band,
Oh,
and you can sign up to do live karaoke with a full band and a backup singer,
wow.
and it's 150 songs of or options of emo bands. I'm like, no, and she was like, absolutely 100% yes. And of course they originated in out here in PA area, but they are doing a nationwide tour.
Oh,
It's a band with people and whatever. But if you sign up early enough, you can be on stage, start your own mosh pit, and sing to your friends. I was like, stop me right there. That's the coolest. That's the cool. It's live karaoke with a supported band, and she's like, yes. I was like, that is super super cool. And she was like, so here's a link to the one that's they're on tour, or not on tour, but like they just go around the states every
there's actually
month or whatever.
a Indiana band that does that too.
Yeah, I've heard of a couple, bands that do something similar, but like this one was specifically only emo, and I'm like,
Yeah, this one is,
I,
they've got two of them, Can You Rock Acoustic and
yeah,
Can You Rock General.
yes, I've heard of those. Yes,
Yeah,
hell yeah.
let's see.
And I was just like blown away when she was like, "There's one specifically for emo." I attended it. I'm like, "Did you sing?" She's like, oh, I didn't sing." I'm
Ooh,
like, "Okay, I know you didn't sing, but did you?" It was a really fun time, and the fans that loved the music got up on stage and sang their favorite songs with a supported band, and she was like, "Yes," and did they got a mosh pit to their own one night uh one night one hit wonder, basically. And she was like,
One Night
absolutely.
Wonder. I like that.
And she
Sounds
was
like a
like,
bad
they
date though.
did, and they got to live out their favorite, like, experience. I was like, that's the coolest. Like, that's so I'm so excited for that. That's awesome. And she was like, well, here's a link to, they're coming to one of your favorite venues over in Bay Area, and the date is actually pretty close to your birthday. I was like, oh, you
Ah,
didn't. Oh, you didn't. And she was like, I I did. I was like, dude, did you already sign us up for this? She's like, I may have signed up two names, but your names, no specific names, but I did sign up two people. So you and your friends, this is on me. I'm like, oh, that's the coolest. So I hit up a couple friends, and all of them were like, dude, we are totally doing this. This is awesome. I was like, all right, cool.
in Vegas every year
So,
they have Klingon karaoke, Actually, the last
Yes,
couple.
I've seen. Yes,
Yeah.
I've seen
So
this. I've seen this.
DT signed us to go up, and because they pull names and
No
songs.
way.
Yeah. But what they do is they have like 200 names, and you put yourself down and you pick out the song in advance. And he picked out something I just don't know, and thank goodness they didn't select us, but they did pick Board King, and it was getting towards the end of the evening, so he'd already left, and we're like, Board King, where are you?
Oh no.
But he was already up in his room. We're so bummed. But then they got to the last song of the night, and they invited everybody who hadn't been selected to come up and do a mass singing of Piano Man.
I have a feeling that's how they run this one too. It's like if nobody shows up at the last thing, they're gonna just party it out.
We definitely did. Chris, I have some
That's
dreadnoughts to kill. Do you have anything to kill?
I
Besides your...
just have some shield repairs and work TFO, so I don't have any
Oh,
specific.
perfect.
enemies.
Borg TFO. Let's do that then. Let's see. I've only got 5 dreadnoughts. We're doing Hive Onslaught.
I'm gonna steer clear of all things not battlefield.
Wee
Don't
woo.
mind.
I
I will.
Did I
enjoy
not? I don't
game
see you
from
in game
afar.
yet. Are you not in game?
Me? No.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Alrighty.
I'm moving many things around on my
Okay.
hard drives.
Well, Chris and I will go take care of the Borg for the day.
I'm actually pretty shocked that the new Battlefield is only 75 gigs on a disc and
That's
like pre-download. I'm like, I'm sorry, one of the biggest, newest games of modern time is coming out today, and it's only 75 gigs. And they're like, yep. I'm like,
It's like twice as much large patch that will download
Yeah.
on day one, which will probably.
That's a good
bigger.
point. Yeah.
Besides
That's-
games
and that's
reuse
what I
really
thought.
high.
that's what I thought, but it isn't. It's actually only 75 gigs and no bigger.
That's
It's
it.
actually
I mean-
downloadable and playable by disc outright. Yeah, believe me, man. I thought the same thing, and I was like, sus. And then they were like, nope, it's that big. I'm like, well, that's evidence that Call of Duty has been just, burning it on both ends, I guess, or just, being very untruthful about how big games should really be.
You're flying the frog today, Chris?
I don't have the frog.
And since it's invisible, it's kind of a foggy frog today.
Bouncing
Not a
frog?
frog.
It is a frog. That is the frog ship. It is the frog ship.
No, the
Yeah.
frog ship is the Mars class. This is not the Mars class.
That is definitely a frog.
Nope. If anything, it looks like a guitar pick.
It does look like a guitar pick, so we'll call you Tenacious D.
No, actually, it has nothing to do with the size of the game. No, current engines and current developers are really trying to make the games compressed.
I mean, I've worked on game. I know what it actually is, but it's still frustrating as someone that actually has worked on how to do that part of the game, and it's annoying that I'm like, really, Call of Duty is 250 versus modern games that are not even close to that, like much smaller. And you immediately find out why. Like you know why it is. It has to do with the
Size doesn't matter.
it's a haha size, but no, I know. Yeah, it's not a size thing, but it does have to do with how you compress certain things.
Sure.
And one of the big things that was already kind of, I mean, and this is not a thing that most gamers would ever find or like see, but like it was data mined that Call of Duty was caught doing. Oh, we're just gonna do new layers over old stuff or
Yeah.
over old content, and I'm like, that's pretty regular in gaming. I've seen this. But like they do it so much to the point that they don't actually clear out old content, so you're actually loading a lot of geometry
Yeah.
on top of old geometry, and you're like, wait, why? It's simply because they just didn't care to remove it. That's it.
Well, yeah,
So
when you start going
it
back to
creates
remove content, then you run the risk of screwing up stuff because, let's
Yeah.
be honest, good documentation isn't always out there of what to
And-
remove and what not to remove.
Yeah. And the biggest problem on removing the old stuff was basically no different than one of the biggest problems of Star Wars Galaxies. I've seen it in ships. I've seen it in STO. Is basically we're terrified to remove a certain thing because if we remove that one, we don't know what else it's going to break.
No, exactly.
That's
And-
because it's a third generation of people
Right.
who are working on STO
Exactly.
at least, not the
So
people
we
who
d-
put the engine
yeah.
up.
Well,
So
that's
they're
what I
like,
was saying. If it's
if
not
we remove it, it could break a bunch of stuff
Right.
that Dave on day one,
well, yeah, exactly.
who no
That's
longer works here,
that's why I say
who's critically
documentation.
Weird. Yep.
You know,
exactly.
You document everything. Well, that
Yeah,
was easy,
it's such
Chris.
a headache and a weird thing. Yep.
I'm going to jump to a different account and see if we've got any other.
Like to the tens, the business on. You guys really cared about it to the point that you wanted people in the future to care about it too. Like the documentation is just so much richer on this game. Than
Yeah,
a
but
lot of
it
games
hasn't
this
been
old.
historically, which is why we had a lot of issues with patches winding up causing peripheral damage and nobody knew where it was. Holy moly, this is all ground stuff.
Well, sure, but compared to games as old as STO,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they did a great. I mean, in my opinion, they've done a fun.
The job making it work the way it does currently, considering all the circumstances and the fact that people who made
Right.
the engine and the basis of the game aren't around anymore. So
There's a lot going. There's a lot of moving parts, and I'm genuinely impressed that this game is doing what it does the way it does. I've played I still play a lot of current games that have way more problems, and
Sometimes
They
problems are an issue of
Yeah.
they have great ideas, but don't beta them well, don't alpha them well, don't look for
I know a
thoroughness and
developer
completeness.
I know a developer that develops an online game that currently has like at least average of a couple of dozens
Yep.
and thousands of players live at a given time on Steam alone, and it's multi-platform and cross-platform and everything. And you clearly
I'm
see that
uninstalling it right
they don't
now.
play test it. They don't play test
Yeah.
it at all. They don't have any internal team that tests stuff. They only have like before a large DLC drop, they have like a week or 2 week period of open beta, which is like you get anyone can
even a
on Steam
small
can-
scale of testing too.
Yeah, that's a very small scale. They just
Are we both
listen to
talking?
feedback.
Are we talking about World Warships? Because I'm uninstalling it right
Nope.
now.
Nope.
No, different game. Wow. Oh, there's more than one.
Oh yeah,
Woohoo.
There are loads of games that are completely mismanaged.
I
one way
know,
or
but
another.
that big, but the scale you're talking about is a still sizably large game.
Well, I'm talking about a game that. Let me see. Currently, how many viewers on Twitch alone? Considering it's a TwitchCon fest right now.
Ooh.
That's probably gonna be more. Let me see. 10K viewers alone at
That's pretty
this
solid,
given
yeah.
moment. Yeah, and that's a
Mine's
low
smaller than
because
that, that's for
US is
sure.
very early morning.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, there's definitely an increase during the day, and it's the weekend, so this is gonna increase during the weekend significantly. There's an average of 20,000 viewers on Twitch at least on a daily basis during the peak. So yeah, a big title for a Canada-based developer, and they don't playtest it. You clearly see because they don't know how this is like. They introduced like because they have contests where people can design cosmetic for a character, and they don't
Yep.
even playtest how it's gonna look like. So there are glitches that the because it's like for the first person character, it obscures three quarter like 1/3 of your screen with the new cosmetic because they didn't even test how it looks like on the other side. They just designed the cosmetic to look like
Gotcha.
it did look on the contest, but they didn't actually playtest it clearly. And I was like, oh, we're gonna have to look into that. I'm like,
Yeah.
didn't you look into that before you
Yep.
released it? Like, hello?
Yeah.
No, they didn't. They did not.
So, in a vaguely related note, I used to work for a company that wrote software for medical data transfers that would take knowledge that was in this type of software, which was all about endoscopy, and would transfer it from that to whatever the new company was. And so basically they created the system that could safely transfer the information. And a lot of times it would be working from brand A to brand B. And every single time they would rewrite the code from scratch. So every single time.
What?
Yes, every single time there would be a new bug, or the old bugs and new bugs. And we were running, they had allocated, let's say, 40 hours per developer for each software adjustment.
And it, okay, sorry.
Also, they allocated 40 hours, and when I did an analysis, our average amount of time invested was around 300 hours. And they couldn't understand why we weren't keeping up with orders and why we were having so many issues. And I pulled up my information, not knowing why it was happening, but saying, hey, we're running almost 10 times longer than we're allocating funds for. And finally, one of the VPs said, we could write the code once and just copy-paste it, changing the applicable name of the original group in the new company. Yeah, we could. And you'd have it cranked out in about 4 hours. That's a good idea.
Dude, that's
The fact that no one ever thought about this up front is like.
These are all devs, and they get paid by the hour, so maybe they were just doing. But it's, they didn't get overtime at 40 hours, they stopped their week.
No, dude.
There's no incentive for them to write faster or do better. They never let anyone go the whole time I was there. They did get bought out by a different company, though. Thank goodness.
Shocking.
Yes. Chris, would you like to play Gateway? Because I need to do an Iconian TFO.
Yeah, I have no opposition against that, although I've just done my own endeavors.
Well, yeah, but I have endeavors to do because I have so many accounts to do them. Unless you need to do the daily.
Yeah.
I could do the daily.
I haven't done the daily, and I
friends
haven't done the universal, but I don't know if I want to do it.
Well, hold on. We could do the universal the really fun way. The fast way.
Privately?
Oh, yeah, absolutely privately. We'll do it in space. I'll stand at one gate, and I'll stand there, you kill me, and we'll just do that 5 times. We'll be out of there in about 3 minutes. Does that work for you?
I mean, sure, I guess.
Not a bad way to do it.
That's how I've been doing it.
Gets the job done, I suppose.
It does. I promise. It gets the job done fast. Yeah, Cliff, you can absolutely play the daily. We're going to do this one super quick. So I'm going to set it for just 5 rounds, Chris. Yep. If it lets me do that. There we go. 5. Come on. Oh, my number pad died. There we go. Number pad's back.
Goodness,
Yay.
I'm so glad it's a Friday.
Yes, Satalia, I saw the Batman link, and yes, thank goodness it is Friday. I definitely need this Friday. All right, so this is a PvP for you and me, Chris, and then we'll come back and we'll do the daily, Cliff.
Yep.
Mom, I was gonna say earlier, one of my buddies, he has been the guy that shows up at a lot of software companies to be the I'm gonna show up and turn a lot of what you said earlier, the work that should be done by a robot into a robot. Like, he was that guy for like 10 or 15 companies here in I live in South Bay Area,
Hmm.
and he was like, yeah, South Bay, and he was like, yeah, so I did that for like a bunch of, I was what's it he, sh- he was hired on just to do a job. He did it for a bunch of these little companies, and a lot of it was just like fixing little dumb problems.
Hmm.
But like he ended up when he left,
Hang
he
on
was
one
like,
second.
"Oh no!"
Chris,
Oh yeah, go ahead.
you're at the opposite gate. Come to the gate across from you, and I will just stand there and you can shoot me. I will die. I will respawn. Don't move or anything. I'll just respawn 5 times and you just keep shooting me.
In place, in place.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so once I'm dead, in fact, I'll even have more fun. As soon as I come back, I'm going to take off my shields, though, so it'll be even easier. A little bit more PP and I'll die. Okay? I'll take off my shields to make it faster, too.
I don't need to.
Okay. So it's 15 seconds before I do it. Okay, we can go on with the tale of your friend who's a hitman, as we call them.
Uh, uh, yeah, for at least for software companies. So he was like, "Oh, I did this and that," and basically, he's like he didn't realize it until the job was done or the whatever it is uh for his part time to do. Until he realized, like, when I left, he was like, "Oh, I automated their jobs
Yep.
into to nobody."
What was
He was like,
that,
"Oh," he was
Chris?
like, "Oh, crap."
Chris, did you see what happened to my ship?
Yes.
It went into like
There was
a
some ships-
skeleton, and then it exploded. That was very cool.
Because I have the full Tilly set, you've got the bonus ability Power of Math, which
Oh, good
by
old Tilly set.
deployment deals 28,000, almost 28,000 and a half of kinetic damage.
Yeah, but the effect was just amazing. It was like it burned the skin off my ship.
Yeah,
Did they
because it
change
deals...
the animation?
I've never seen that one ever happen before. I'm right there if you want to shoot me.
I want to see. I want to see if that's what it happened. I don't know.
No, I want to see it too. Hey, Mom, are you screen sharing? Oh, no, you're streaming.
I'm
3,
streaming.
2, 1.
Oh, no. Can't watch it
There.
now.
So it does like this metally fragmenty thing, almost like a spider web.
Oh, that's actually from the temporal abilities.
Oh,
Okay.
whoa.
This is the temporal ship.
Okay.
Oh, that's the after effect from temporal?
Yeah, they apply entropy and stuff.
See, now that time it just blew up. So completely
Not
different.
just...
No, that's different. That's not.
Yeah, they just didn't have that on out of cooldown yet.
Yep.
But yeah, the initial thing was the Power of Math, and then they apply recursive shearing, which applies entropy.
Yeah, but you see the shield part first.
Yeah, that was very fun. See, that wasn't too painful, was it?
No, it wasn't.
Yeah.
What I've noticed actually recently is that they've actually changed the death animations on many ships. So like, not even death, but like when you high level of damage, at least below 75% of your hull, or like 50%.
Mm-hmm.
You'll see the lights on the nacelles flicker as it's powering down because it's losing power. Yeah. So that is very cool because it's applied to multiple types of ships, even enemy ships. So yeah, that looks pretty cool. And you see that like you see that you're on fire and stuff, but you also like that the nacelle light is starting to flicker as it is fading. I'm like, that looks so cool. Yeah, definitely done a good job on that.
Cliff, I sent you an invitation so we can go do the daily. We were doing the Shattered Piece TFO last night, and I ran into one I hadn't seen before, a segment which was, let's see, we've done the, oh god, I can't even remember who it was. Not the Aliens, not Heralds. There we go. can't remember who it was, but it was one I had not seen pop up before. It's like, oh, this does keep changing. This is fine. I can do this. Let's see. Let's go over to that one. Events. Shared piece. Here we go.
Speaking of ancient systems and stuff like that, I used to work at a bank in a collections department, so people that were overdue with their credits, loans.
Yes. Weeboo?
It was a level 1, so it was miles, like they had 1 month behind or something like that, so it's just mostly gentle reminders and stuff like that. But it was, it's an international bank, you would recognize the name. They are using a system for collections that's been written in 1960s. It still uses only the F1, F2, F3, F4,
Wow.
and tab buttons to move about the system, and you cannot put in a note because there's not enough memory and allocate it to like an entry, so you just use codes. So specific codes correspond to specific outcomes of the call. So like outgoing starts with an O, so you put O, C as in client, home number as in a H, so you reach them on the home number. And then like you put like 3 letters or something like that allocated for like the code, that what was the outcome, like whether you reach out to the client, what was the outcome, that whether they promised on a date or something, so you put in a date. And that was it. There was no room for putting a normal note, and I'm like, wow. You had to use that in a Windows environment, and that was ridiculous. It's like you had the screen kind of like emulated in the window, and you just used the function keys to move about. I'm like, wow, I never thought I'm ever going to be using stuff like that in the 21st century, but here I am.
When I first moved to Indianapolis, I was working for a company called Dormacaba, which is a good company, so don't take this as me talking smack about them. They're nice people. But they acquired smaller businesses. They were in the business of door hardware and other hardware businesses. And they would acquire small companies that were closing out and take them on. But they also took on their software, which meant that I had to know 5 or 6 different softwares, including a few that were still pre-Windows. You know, you come up with the script-only screen and all in that kind of weird yellow color. I don't know how you want to call that color. But you couldn't use your mouse. You had to Alt-Tab through all the screens, and it would freeze about every 15 minutes. And
no, this system was actually very efficient, but it was like very crude in terms of like moving about. You couldn't navigate through your mouse. You couldn't copy stuff from it. You couldn't like highlight stuff to like copy it anywhere else. Like, wow.
Yeah, that's how this one was, and no making notes, no nothing.
But it had like a logo that just said that the software was written in 1965, which was like, what? How does that survive that long?
I'm trying to remember which airline here in the States used extremely outdated software. But when we had the, CrowdStrike issue a couple of years ago, because they were so old and out of date, they weren't affected at all. They were like one of the only airlines in the U.S. that wasn't hit by it.
Yeah, well, sometimes, old isn't exactly outdated if it survives an outage or like a hack attack or something.
It did fine. We were fine, too, because we had our own independent software. But good morning, Musin. Good morning, Mr. Dave.
Sometimes writing a bespoke software environment isn't that bad for you.
Well, we did it for other reasons, but we didn't have a problem with CrowdStrike. We were fine.
Yeah.
One of the few people that was fine. Since we wrote stuff for the government, that was really handy-dandy to not be failing.
Yeah.
American government doesn't have a sense of humor about that stuff.
Does your government have sense of humor in general?
No. These days, no. You have to be mentally fit to have a sense of humor. Oh, it's a Taz. Good morning, Taz.
Good morning.
You're awake again.
Alive.
He woke up and joined the show last night, which was fun. Joined us for Borg Disconnected.
Of course he did.
Of course he did. I only ran it because Taz was there. I knew he'd appreciate it. Id came on and suggested we run gravity kills, and I'm like, we did that yesterday. Thank you very much. Popped up in the randoms. Yes, Mr. Dave, you are up again in the middle of the night. Welcome to the joys of getting older when our bodies are like, 4 hours is good. Then I'll fall asleep in another 4 hours.
Middle of doing something.
Yeah. I will tell you that napping is a thing. It is a good thing.
Absolutely.
I love napping. I hate being a zombie afterwards because I wake up and I'm like, what year is this?
Yeah.
Which reality?
I have woken up and not known what day it is. It's like it can't be 7.
That's why I don't do naps very often, because I wake up and I'm completely like dismantled. I feel like I've been in a train wreck, and I'm like waking up and I'm like, what happened? Where
Sometimes
am I?
that's
What
a sign
year
that
is this?
your body is super tired.
I guess chronically tired is another word for it.
Yeah. So
When do you rest if you have an ADHD brain which launches and ignites with millions of ideas at the turn of midnight?
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh.
And like, I could do so many things at midnight, even though I'm tired and I feel like I should go to sleep, and I know I should go to sleep because I'm going to suffer for it in the morning. But no, I have millions of ideas. I want to do this. I want to do that. Like, no, don't do it. Don't spark. Meanwhile, in the middle of the day, some people just try to repeat to me the same thing over and over, and I'm like, what? You said that to me? What?
I think the worst. I get the mind racing thing still to this day, which I know is a sign of anxiety and all that other stuff. But when I was in high school, there'd be occasions when I was just so tired I'd go up to my room, fall asleep, and I'd wake up and it would be dark. But I didn't know if it was dark because it was that night, the next day, or what. And I would have people sometimes call me in the middle of the night or the middle of my nap, and I'd be like, huh? What day is it? They'd be like, it's Tuesday afternoon? Yes? Can let me close this? There we go. I got this way closing. So I got up, came upstairs to play Stowe, but instead, as I said, wound up listening to Electric Callboy. And finally realized maybe I'm hungry and made myself a nice snack of yogurt. Ugh, that is not a good midnight snack.
No, yogurt's the worst.
Yeah, this is the one that I didn't see before, Alachi.
You never had that one before?
No, until last night I had not had the Alachi one pop up for me.
Oh, that was really bugged then.
Well,
I haven't seen the satellite one very often, but this time we didn't get it so far.
There's like 7 or 8 different ones, I think. The first and the last one are always consistent. But I think the ones in the middle change out.
Dexter Resurrection, episode 6 landed. Oh my goodness.
Well, Tron Ares came out, which I will probably go see this weekend. It's not getting great reviews, but the soundtrack apparently is phenomenal.
What did you expect? Disney trying to make a second sequel to something they made in the 70s? Come on.
Hey, no, I thought it was in the 80s. Was it in the 70s? No, it had to be 80s. Because I saw it with my hubs, and I didn't meet him till... I guess I did meet him in 79. Okay, it could have been 79.
1982. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I loved the original. It was so innovative and different and really well executed.
Probably because it was experimental and not done before. It pushed them to make sure it's something special, you know. Sad that they will exclude it because they use a lot of effects that were unknown at the time, so they were excluded from like the Oscars.
They would have had a small level of computer generated stuff, but probably mostly practical effects.
Well, actually, they use computer-generated stuff in it, and also animation stuff that was
But not to the
kind of
extent
used
that
in
they
16.
do it these days.
I don't know.
I mean,
but the Academy didn't like the effects as they were excluded from being nominated.
well, that's silly of them.
Well, we don't know it, so we don't understand it, so we would just
That's why it's
shut
silly
it
of
away.
them. Hey, they didn't want to do animated movies for Oscar consideration for decades.
Well, here you go. I mean, rightfully so at the time when animated stuff started, because it was mostly just kids' entertainment. But at some point, it started to be something more, something better, something bigger. And
Well, actually, it didn't start out
was
as
kind of
kids'
here and there.
entertainment. It started
Well,
out
that's
as that little 3 to 10 minute thing before the main movie ran. They would do
that's
newsreels
true.
and they would do little entertainment things. Because
Yeah.
movies in and of themselves originally were like 60 minutes long. They weren't...
But that's what it was treated like something in between.
Right.
Like it was not supposed to be art in itself. It was just supposed to be
Right.
fun and relief, and
Time filler.
yeah, it was a filler content. You don't want to glorify filler content too much, I guess, at that time.
But weirdly enough, it still requires acting. It still requires skill, directing, content.
Well, nowadays it does.
Oh, it
but
always
Back then, it was just artists
did.
who drew stuff and animated stuff.
Yeah, that's true. But now that you've got
Actors
acting
weren't
and...
involved. Yeah. Which was even harder to translate emotions and stuff in that kind of. If you don't have actors because it was silent and just had music, it was just like, well, how do you
Yay.
convey a story?
We
or
won!
something?
Woo!
Duh.
Well, with drawing, you can convey stories a little bit better, in my opinion. Because you have
For sure.
no limitations of the practical
Wow.
world.
Yeah.
Let's see, Musin says, I was watching computer animated scenes in movies as early as 1984. Well, we were just saying that Tron came out in 82, and it did have some computer generated scenes, but not computer animated, I think. Not like we have now. That didn't... Oh, that's right, that was the other thing. I'm going, that didn't count as an Iconian? No, because it wasn't Iconian, Mom! Let's see if I have room here. Now can we play Gateway?
Sure.
Okay. And just to iterate, no show tonight, but next week we will have movie night again. We will?
We would. Oh no, Norway's gonna be bombed by the US.
Norway's going to be bombed by the US?
Which country is actually hosting Nobel Prize? Is that Norway?
That's Sweden.
Oh, Sweden. Okay, then Sweden's gonna be bombed.
Yeah. No.
Because the Nobel Peace Prize went to a Venezuelan opposition leader and not
Yeah.
a certain orange menace in a
Yeah,
certain
Orange
White
Man has
House.
done nothing to promote peace in the universe.
You don't
Nothing.
know. He might have been sending signals to the universe to calm down and have peace.
Yeah, yeah.
You don't know.
No, we're going to send troops into our own country. That is not promoting peace.
Well, at least he's, for once, for a change, not sending them elsewhere. Oh wait, that's actually not true.
Cliff says there was a CGI sequence in Wrath of Khan. Was there? Yeah, I suppose there could have been.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have been a ton of it.
No.
Well, Star
I'm
Wars did a
still
lot with...
mind-boggled.
Oh, the Genesis
Sure.
thing. Yeah, well, that's computer animation more than a CGI the way... I suppose it all depends on how you want to define that.
And it was, well, the CGI is like computer generates the entire image and animates it. It's not about just generated picture. It's everything with it. And yeah, that was a CGI. I'm still mind-boggled that the first motion picture actually had a VJ, not something generated like a CGI. It was actually practical, and I'm still mind-boggled how they did it. I know it was a miniature, and it was a scaled camera, etc., but it still blows my mind how good it looks even today. Still mind blown how that looks today.
Which one was that
Absolutely
again? I'm
massive.
sorry.
The V'ger, you know?
Oh, yeah, the
V'ger
V'ger,
entirety,
yeah.
The entirety of V'ger was practical. That was no CGI. There was no some sort of animation or anything like it. That thing was really there, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, but it was a giant toilet roll.
It's a toothbrush holder, please.
Don't ruin the magic.
You go back to watching 2001: A Space Odyssey. That was all practical effects.
Yeah, but I fall asleep halfway through the introduction. I'm sorry. I thought it was the most boring movie I've ever seen.
Not the most boring movie I've ever seen. Not even close. I have seen boring movies. That's not even there.
It's just boring as heck. Like, for the first, 20, 30 minutes, nothing is happening. The camera's just slowly panning around stuff, and it's like... I'm sorry, I'm just... what? Did they do something now? No, they're still, panning camera around stuff.
Speaking of 2001 and speaking of Academy Awards, do you know why they did not get the cosmetic and costuming award for... Oh, we got those guys. For the apes in that opening sequence?
Apes?
No.
Because the Academy thought they were actually apes. They didn't realize it was people in costumes.
No.
Yeah.
No one told them? They didn't ask?
They put it up for consideration, and they're like, no,
Gracious of them.
So what happens is the movie has to put out a... basically, they have to say, for your consideration, then they show something, and the Academy doesn't have to actually go watch the whole movie unless they're putting the movie up for consideration. But they put it up for costuming and makeup effects. And the Academy is like, no.
Real monkeys don't count. Those aren't
Pretty
real
much, yeah. Those be costumes and makeup? No, they're not.
imagine.
Yeah, they are.
Cat is literally
No,
forcing
not
me
that
to
one.
go to the shop.
I'm sorry, what did you say, Taz?
The cat is, literally forcing me to go to the shop.
Why? How is it manifest?
It ran out of food yesterday.
Oh.
Go to the shop and get food. But since I'm busy doing my dailies, I'm not leaving it for people, so the cat is like...
Surprised you didn't scratch your eyes out at this point. Jesus, how can you neglect your cat that way?
It's scratching my legs off.
Yeah, scratch him harder.
Tell your cat I've got some salmon in the fridge if he wants it.
Yeah.
I think Taz has salmon in the fridge.
The cat doesn't understand the distance relationship, so that would be something she would want to do right away, and if I wouldn't be doing it, she would be killing me instead.
But you should be proud of me, Taz. I actually went to the grocery store and bought food, and there is food in my house.
Yeah, I have to do
Me?
the same thing now because I ran out of food yesterday.
Yep.
Jesus.
And the cat is real mad about it.
Food, damn you,
Well,
food!
Fully deserved, honestly. Neglecting the poor kitten. How dare.
I gave her food last night. I was like, she can last for 6 hours. Ow!
Oh, I can't.
Well, you clearly
Yield
see that
to me,
she's trying to-
human!
Yeah, she's trying to unwrap your legs so she can feast on those. So it's either
Yeah.
that or you go to the store.
Yeah, I think I'll just have to go to the store and
Yeah.
do the rest of my endeavors when I get back.
Yeah, you have to have your
I would've
priorities, like
thought.
keeping your legs.
Yeah.
Yeah, and those cat wounds faster a long time.
Oh, yeah.
Ah!
Hey,
Set it up.
we should make
And
the
I've
cat
got
do
the
this
cat
more, because we
to
can hear Taz clearly when the cat's attacking him.
I know.
I'm going to send your cat a message, get Taz a little more often, please. We love his voice. We love hearing him.
But,
That was- It was the most audible Taz has been for a long time.
But she is literally digging her claws into me.
Yeah.
She's packaging her to breakfast, you know.
My son and I were staying in Ireland a couple of years ago, and we had an Airbnb type situation. But we had basically our own little apartment house just across from the main house, and they had farm cats. So the cats, just walked around, took care of everything, and the cat walked into the apartment one day when we had the door open and became the house cat, kind of introduced himself. Hi, my name's Lewis. I will be your cat. You just need to give me some of your food. Okay, I can live with this. 2 in the morning, the cat comes up to my room, jumps on my face, and says, "Food!" I'm like, is this what cats do? Or you could let me out and I'll go kill mice. Oh, okay, what's your preference? Well, I prefer the pizza, thanks for asking. Okay, we can do that.
Yeah,
That
literally.
is so true.
Yep. Had a cat for almost 11 years. I would know. I would know if it was fake. That's absolutely true.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, my cat was not very demanding because I actually remembered to feed him, but if something happened that I was not feeding him on time, oh, I would know. Ooh, he would make me know.
So we have a person in the team who says, "Red gate first, please." What is a red gate? Is there a red gate in this thing?
No.
I mean, there's green and yellow. I'm not sure what he's talking about. He's on the other side. Have you got that? Oh, somebody else is there. Okay. Okay, good. Thank you, Chris.
Like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, I only shoot the radiation gates. I don't do anything else.
I can destroy the ships before they actually become a problem anyway, so who
Yeah.
cares about the other ones? I don't mind the pew, though, of course.
Pew's fine. Maybe on their team they're doing something else. Oh, rad!
Red. Oh, that's right. That's what he said.
Oh, shoot. Why am I not in team? Yeah, don't blame me. Blame the font. I like that better.
I mean, duh. I saw the red. I didn't see it as an A. And not because it was. Yeah, see, he agrees with me. Love it.
Are you answering in team or large team? Because when I go to team, it gives me... that's weird. When I went to team, it's giving me a different color. It's usually all the same. Oops.
Well, that depends how your chat has been determined.
No, it should
on the
always...
character. No, you can change it. If you change it accidentally or you change it deliberately one time, it might still be like that. Every character can have a different coloring.
I like to have my responses in the same code as... or same color as the group. So Fleet is always hot pink and things like that.
I've actually went into different colors.
Chasing me to the store.
Is the cat with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, he's not wiggling out of that one. He needs to bring food immediately.
Because I demand evidence!
Yes.
Yeah.
You shall not pass without kitty chow. Or whatever cats eat. Besides pizza.
You shall not pass without tuna.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cats love tuna.
I love tuna. Tuna is good. But I will have
I
my
think
leftover
tuna for
salmon
me-
for lunch today because I'm hitting the poutine palace for dinner.
Tuna and
Oh.
probably herring is the only type of fish I'll ever eat. I hate fish in general.
I'm not a huge fan of herring.
Pickled herring is amazing.
No, it's not. Except the way that my cousin's mother makes it. The way she
actually,
makes it is
marinated.
amazing.
Marinated herring, not pickled.
She does a pickled herring, but she cuts it up into bite-sized pieces. But
Yeah,
instead of
yeah,
using
that's
like
what
a
we do.
vinegar to serve it, she does more like a sliced potato, mustardy, almost mayonnaise-y type sauce with some eggs. Oh,
Yeah.
that stuff's
Yeah.
so good.
That's the way I like it. We do have different types of salads. There's even a salad with herring that is beetroot based, so it's got red beets in it, and it's amazing because it's kind of sweet and it just kind of blends in nicely.
Mr. Dave says, I've never eaten poutine. I imagine it tastes like shepherd's pie. Am I wrong? You are wrong. Poutine is French fries, cheese curds on top of them,
I really want to experience
Brown
it.
gravy or some sort
and then,
of stuff.
yeah,
right?
hot gravy on top of it, which kind of melts the cheese curds, so you get these crispy, crunchy French fries with beef gravy, or sometimes they use veggie gravy, which is good too. And then the heat from the gravy and the French fries kind of melts these little tiny bits of very neutral cheese. It's very salty, very textural. And this place will put meat in it too. They'll put like barbecue in it, which is good in and of itself, or beef or chicken.
It sounds amazing.
Satalia says shepherd's pie tastes like shepherd.
What?
She's joking.
Okay.
So shepherd's pie in the States is made with ground beef, but if you get it back in like the country, England, or out in the farmlands, it's made with lamb, hence shepherd. It's lamb pie.
Yeah, or is it supposed to be shepherd?
It's supposed to be lamb, yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to get lamb here.
Phew. That's you.
Gesundheit.
Bless you.
Thank you.
Well, we don't actually have typical shepherd's pie, but the next best thing is like a casserole, I suppose.
Yeah, it is a casserole.
But usually you have like green jeez, I forgot the word. Carrots,
Yeah, carrots.
lamb or beef.
You usually find it here with like the veggies would be carrots, celery, onion, no potatoes, but sometimes something like peas, because peas hold up, and
Yeah, peas,
gravy
yeah.
and the meat, and then you top it off with a mashed potato crust on the top,
Yeah.
which is really tasty, really tasty. But lamb is ungodly expensive when you can find it, because it's just not an American thing right now. So I tend to do, either chicken pot pie. I don't eat a lot of beef because it's ridiculously expensive. And the ads are finishing. Yay! Ads are finishing. I didn't want to go end the show while the ads were running, but I am going to end the show because I got stuff to do today.
Oh,
Well, you're out buying cat food.
yeah. I was hoping maybe I'd make it back in time, but
Well, once I get some stuff done, I will be back and playing. So if you're on, we can visit for a little bit. But they are moving in a huge dumpster today, so everybody can take all the leaves. Oh, so I will tell this story. I was raking leaves in my front backyard. I've got like 10 bags of leaves, which I thought was pretty good considering last year I had to have them come in with a dumpster just for all my leaves. At which point my neighbor goes, it's kind of pointless because it's going to wait till December 1st and then it's going to drop all of the leaves at once. Okay. But anyway, I was cleaning up and the dumpster will be out there this morning. So I want to get my leaves there before all the other people get their leaves there.
Yeah, you'd better.
Yeah. Unfortunately,
You
it's...
run out of space.
Yeah. But that has happened, and people, it says specifically, this is for your leaves only. Don't put your garbage in here, because we have garbage collection on Tuesdays. Don't put your household goods in here, because that will be picked up for free every other Tuesday. Just put your leaves in here. And I will guarantee you...
You have to say that. You have to like mention that thing specifically. Like people wouldn't be adult and educated enough to actually know that.
Well, honestly, I didn't know that we had heavy pickup every Tuesday. Nobody told me that when I moved in.
They do? Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
because everybody else has been here for the 40 years that the community's been here. I'm one of the newbies. So, I didn't know that. But okay, now I know that. Not that I have heavy stuff anyway. But I just found that very interesting that people will still toss their junk into the dumpsters, and then we have to pay fees and extra fines for that when they discover it later.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it costs us money, which they're going to have to pay for because it comes out of the HOA fees to pay for people who do stuff like that. So it's not like it's free.
Yeah.
So anyway, yes, today we'll be hauling the 10 bags, now 14 bags of leaves over to the dumpster this morning. And I'm going to walk it because that'll give me all the exercise I need for the day. Yay! All right, everyone.
Two birds with one stone.
I am out of here for at least a little bit. Taz, if you're in when I'm back, maybe we can play. And same for you, Chris, and everybody else, actually. If we're all in, we just won't do it on the air. So, on behalf of everybody here at Moopsy in the Morning, have a wonderful day and stay Moopsin.
Who are you? We are the knights who say...
Moopsy.